So now that we have seen how to create different views, let's discuss about goals. So once you run a online business or a website, you might have certain goals. For instance, my goal is to sell cupcakes, or even to generate enquiry for my orders. So let's consider I have a goal where I need to generate orders or get leads through my website for the orders for my business. So how can I set up goal which I can track through analytics and help myself understand if I'm getting fulfilling my business goals or not. I could do that with help of Google Analytics by going into a particular view which I want. So let me select the master view. I will go ahead and click on the goals under master view, and here you can see you do not have any goal. I would also like to show you in the home under reports in the conversion pane at this moment if I have any goals or not. So I can go ahead and check. So you could see there are no goals set up. So I will go ahead and set up the goals now. So I've selected the master view. I will add a new goal, and my goal is from the existing templates, that is to generate a lead, which is to get an inquiry on my contact us page. So I'll select that. So first step I have done is add a goal. Click on add a goal and select contact us, continue. So this is contact us. Let me give a description so that it will be easier for me to understand. Contact us page lead. So I can have up to 20 goals for a view. So right now I will just configuring goal number 1. So once the contact submits his information, I can redirect it to a thank you page, or I can also add code in the same page, but I would like to redirect for these of things. I'd like to redirect him to a thank you page and record that as a lead. So I'll continue, and I have to mention the destination of the page where my contact will land up. So let me say thank you, thank you. So this will be the page's page's value is equal to the destination, then it will start recording it. I can add value for it, that is I can give, like, if my campaigns cost certain things, and acquiring a lead leads me to, like, a lead cost me about $25 to acquire, so I can give it a value for that. At this moment I will not give a value. Now this is an interesting thing which is called as funnel. I will talk about this in the demo account and explain you how the funnel actually works. Once you have added this, you have to verify it. So at this moment I have not enabled this page itself, so I cannot verify the data, or the data is currently unavailable. What I have to do is I'll go to my website and add a page and also set up a redirection. So first thing is I'll just add a thank you page. I will have to edit the link as per the submission which I've done on the the page which I'm entering as in the goal details. So it's /thank you. Go ahead and check that. It's /thank you. I can go ahead and view the page. So it just says thank you. So this is the page a user should be coming in after they have passed through the contact form. So what I have to do is I have to redirect the user here after submission. For that purpose, I have to add a contact form 7 redirection plugin. Now you know pretty well where to add it. So I'll just go to the dashboard, click on plugins, just navigate on plugin and click add new, and search for the contact form 7 redirection, install. So what it does is it adds a tab in the contact form 7. So once the plugin is added and activated, I'll show you how the contact form looks now. Go to the contact forms, click on edit. So this is an additional tab added by the plugin. So what I will do is I will choose a page where I'll be able to redirect it. So I have added the redirection. So once somebody clicks on submit button after submitting their details in the contact form, they would be redirected to the thank you page. So I'll go ahead and save this. And ensure that the changes is affected. Just double check if the redirection plugin is being configured. So everything looks fine. So the page has been redirected with the help of redirection plugin. Now we'll go back to the analytics admin page and enable the goal. So the goal has been set and this will be recorded, and once somebody submits the form it will start working. So I can again go and verify the goal. This goal would have a 0% conversion based on past dates data is what it says. Since this has been newly added, so this is there and looks like it is started to work for me. So the goal is saved at this moment, and I can go back to home under reports and see if any conversion has happened at this moment. There are no submissions, just for your information. This is just to show that the difference between before and after enabling the goal under view. So there are no conversion at this moment. what I'll do is I'll do a form submission and see it gets tracked right away, or it does take the time, but just telling you how it just gets tracked. So I have done the form submission. Usually it takes about 24 to 48 hours to start capturing the goal conversions. While I can show you some of which from the demo account and also discuss about the funnel. So let me go to the demo account and try and show you how the goal results look like. So here you can see the goals are actually there are different goals which are being set under this account, and all the completed purchase or goal which has been set for is being captured. So this is how it looks like. I was talking to you about funnel visualization, so let me show you that. Basically you can set up a funnel that is the path which will lead to the completion of the goal. So for an e-commerce, adding a product to the cart and billing and shipping, payment, and final before purchase payment review and purchase complete are basically part of the funnel which can be set for. In my case, I could not set up funnel. I would actually even if I set up, it won't be much effective. In this case, why it is effective is because you have at least 4 or 5 stages wherein you can add these pages or dynamic pages to the funnel and track where the customers are abandoning your business or abandoning the purchase. So if you look at cart, it has highest abundance. About 1492 people have left while they added the cart product in the cart, but they left. And if you look at the next highest, which looks to be at the payment level, so it could be an issue at the payment level. That's why it looks like people have lost at payment level. The purchase could not be completed. So these are the 2 factors which are directly you can see impacting the completion of the sale. So we can, with the help of funnel, we can track such bottlenecks in the system and try to overcome that with fixes. So I would like to show you how this can be set. The demo account may not allow me to set a okay, so I'm able to set it up. So I'll just show you how the funnel looks like. So here you can see, once you enable the funnel, you have to add the stages of the funnel. That is, first stage is cart, next is billing and shipping, third is payment, fourth is review before payment. So these are the pages which have been added, and they are dynamic pages, so they are added with a particular expression, and these pages are to be passed on to complete the goal. The user or a buyer has to go through basket, then enter his billing and shipping, then before payment he can review and make the payment. So these are the stages which are required for a user to pass through to complete a transaction. That's how you can set up the funnel.